Alright folks, welcome to this video. In this exciting episode, I've driven about 5 miles down Glenshee from the last episode at that bunker. And look, we've stopped off at this little spot. I think ages ago I came here at the end of one video just for a wee stop off, but today I thought I'd come back and have a look, because this is one of my favourite waterfalls because of its location. It's just here in the beautiful Scottish landscape, and it's comes right off the top of that hill. I was thinking a cool little adventure might be to go up to the top of this hill here and see where this waterfall comes from. There could be a wee loch or something up there. So let's get into it folks. Look at it here, it just is incredible. The way that it just rolls down those stones. Look, there's a grouse. Twa grouse. There'll be a lot of that on the hill here today, as we saw in the last video. Look at it folks, it's a waterfall wonderland up here. Oh, but a tin. Whoa, this is incredible here. I can't believe the way the water slopes down here. Look at it. The water's just eroded away all the earth, leaving this massive smooth stone. So cool. I was going to try and climb up that there folks, but I don't know. I should maybe just take the safe route. I'll go back the way I came. Look at this, we're on the waterfall folks. I was just dipping a toe in the water, so to speak. I was just seeing how slippy the top of that rock was, and it is very slippy. Whoa, I think once we get up this little mound here, it's not far to the top of this hill. It'll be a cool wee adventure. I'm just going literally between these two hills. The river comes out. Well, it's not really a river. The stream comes out there. And look at it. It's beautiful. Oh wow, look at the landscape here. That's what makes walks like this worth it. Just seeing the wild, rugged Scottish landscape from a whole new angle. And it's cool just coming to new places. You never know what's round the corner. It looks like I might actually be better off walking at this other side of the water. Look at it, it's just rocks the whole way down here. That shows you that if you scraped away all the moss and the grass, it would probably be just rocks underfoot here. All these paths here are just created from sheep and animals walking, grazing the hills. Oh, the waterfall looks just incredible from so many angles. Look at this landscape here folks. Real deal Scotland. So I've just about made it to the top of this hill now, and I can't see a loch yet. I was so tired after walking up that hill, it's unreal folks. I'm starting to get my breath back now. But look, we've come miles up into the hills here. I found this old track, so I started following it. And I can see there's like about 10 boxes on the hill there for shooters. They must shoot over the hill. And I can't believe that track going up there. It must be crazy in a 4-wheel drive. The hill is so steep. But it doesn't look like there's much else on this open hilltop here. It's just an incredible wild landscape. But it's so cool to come out and see a new bit of landscape like this. There's a strange like old metal A-frame thing up there on the hill. And I'm not really sure what that is. It probably doesn't come out on the camera for this range like, but I'm not sure what they'd have been doing up there. Wow, these little roads just snake all over the hilltops. But it's for the gamekeepers. I can see like high mountains sticking up. I was just going a wee bit further around here to see what the landscape looks like. I just thought I would update the video because I've walked really far since I last updated you, but like, this is incredible. There's absolutely no noise around here apart from the birds. What a place, folks. I've just noticed, folks, up ahead there's literally like 30 deer on that grassy bit over there to the left of the road. There's literally like 30 or more deer. That is crazy. This here is just a peat bog. Some bits there will be like 10 foot deep potentially if you fell in. You would just disappear. But that's incredible seeing all those deer grazing there. Wow. All the land and the deer population here will be managed by the gamekeepers. And now and again when the shooting parties go round, they'll be shooting all that sort of stuff from their boxes up on this hill here. But yeah, all those deer are just in one little group there, one little family of deer. Incredible. Anyway, I'm gonna head back now, folks, because I was expecting there to be like maybe a water source up here for that waterfall, but it turns out there's a peat bog, and that water that we see down at the roadside at the waterfall is just trickling from this hill here. It's cool just to follow like a waterfall back to its source. I've done it one time before with a waterfall at Glenshee, and like here we are again. We found a beautiful peat bog, some incredible landscape. But like I say, I'm going to go an alternative route back, see if I can find anything else interesting. Crazy hill descent there, folks. Flat out. It's fine to get the cool breeze. I'm just a bit back down. I came across and joined this road when I was on my way up this hill. So I don't know whether to go around this road a little bit and then down the hill to my car, or else I could just follow the waterfall back down, but that wouldn't be an adventure, folks. Oh, look at this. A fox or a stoat's been sitting there eating its tea. Look at the way these stones have eroded, folks. It looks incredible. The waterfall's just stunning the whole way down here. All these stones here are like that similar sort. Wow, look at this. Yeah, this is incredible. Like the way these stones here have eroded. They're like little slices of slate almost. I'm not sure if that's like limestone or what. It's crazy the way the waterfall just drops off. Like the little Honda's down there somewhere. Look, the stream's coming like all over here. Probably with the snow thawing further up there. I can see the high white top mountains. That's the ones we were looking out the bunker window at in the last video. We were looking at the bunker window at that. Look at that, there's like a little cave under there almost. Probably a little sheep's house. Look at this landscape here, folks. It's like being on top of the world standing up here. The road and the cars just look tiny. The way the sun's lighting up some of the hills, it's magnificent. It almost looks like up that hill there where the waterfall is, there might be a little lock or something up there. I should really have a look on like Google Earth. But it's often cool just to come on the adventure and not even knowing what's around the corner. That's when you find the coolest things. By accident often. So now we've come round the rocky side of this hill. And it looks even more wild and rugged for the last side that we were on. The opposite side of this hill is where that peat bog is that we looked at a minute ago. And like the stones at this side are just crazy. And apparently all this land here used to be glaciated land back in the day when there was glaciers and stuff in the last ice age. This whole land here was glaciated, and apparently that's why these small mounds and stuff are at the bottom of the valley. That was the remains of like the stones and stuff that was ground up by the ice as it slid down. It was all just deposited along the floor of the glen. So maybe like some of these stones have been knocked off the side of the hill by glaciers. Who even knows, folks? Speaking of glaciers, like they were in some other glens, but like maybe not Glenshee, but I believe there probably was at one time, considering like Clova and stuff like that have got like that sort of landscape. I would think that up here it was much the same. But there's like no trees up here on these hills. I'm not sure if it's like too high in altitude or if they just don't want trees like, but I'm going to explore around this corner here where these rocks are. From a distance it looks like small stones, but then you get up close and you realise that it's like massive amounts of stones. It's like there's almost been an avalanche here at one time, folks. That's the way it looks. The reason I say an avalanche, it's strange because the stones are all in a line here, a massive amount of them, right down to there. And it's so strange the way that is. Not unless there was a massive cliff face up there at one time and it just got knocked down. It is crazy to explore the landscape and try and figure out how it ended up looking like this. And like even way up here in these mountains, like there's a story to tell, I'm sure. Look at the size of some of those bats. Wow. I can't believe the way all these stones are just in this one area. They've brought the road round here, but you can tell obviously like these stones have been here a long time before that. Yeah, you can see it better from here now. I've come around this side of the hill the stone seam just kind of runs down the hill there, and then it leads off all the way down there, which is pretty crazy like. And I need to get back to my car, which is over this direction. I was just debating on whether or not to actually walk down these stones, but it might be quite precarious. Who knows, folks? I think we'll go for it. So maybe the reason the hill looks like this here is like, if there's heavy rain, maybe this bit here is just like a runoff for the higher hill. I'm just jumping from stone to stone, trying to pick the best route down here. This is crazy, folks. Real adventures once again on the channel. It is incredible to see landscape like this, like off the beaten path. There's absolutely no path around here. This is such an adventure, folks. I really have to take my time here because these rocks are like razor sharp, and if you fell and hit your head on them, you'd be a goner. Whoa, that one moved there. There's a big pile of midges here. This is crazy. This has probably been the most crazy, dangerous way of descending this hill, folks. But that's what we're all about on this channel. Real adventures. A lot of this looks like massive chunks of like quartz. Look at that, folks. Is it flint or quartz? Look at the size of that though. Crazy, there's huge bits of it here. Must be like quartz seams that's just been exposed as all the stones rumbled down the hill. It's not really advised to come here because if you fell down some of these holes, nobody would ken where you were. And there's probably no phone signal up here on this hill. There's getting to be less and less stones here now. This is crazy, folks. We're doing it. Parkour route. Glenshee parkour route down the hill. There's a cool stony bit up near Dromore Boathouse that I've always wanted to climb as well, and that's similar to this. And it looks like there's a couple of routes I could take here, but this one doesn't go right down. We're getting nearer and nearer the Honda. That's my goal here, folks. We're stone stepping our way back to the car. I'll just keep recording as I walk down here because if I slip, at least I'll get it on camera, folks. It'll be a blooper for the highlight reel. It is crazy here, like. sometimes you really have to judge the distance carefully to the next stone, because often it can look nearer than what it is. Once you jump, you're committed. Yeah, a lot of these stones are actually white quartz. It's just there's been so much moss and lichen and stuff on them that now you can't even tell what they are. All of them just look the same. So I should have really had my chest cam for this descent, folks. That would have been cool. I would have balanced even better if I had both hands free. That'll certainly be the new Adidas Samba soles worn in anyway, with these sharp rocks. But that is what it's about. Whoa, all these stones are moving when I stand on them. Yeah, so it looks like at one time there's been a massive rock fall, like avalanche type of thing, and this has been where the end of it has been. I've just walked the whole length of it, but if you look at the landscape here, look, it just ends and then there's the normal hill after it. Again, it has been something that's happened here. Again, it is strange, like the shape of the land here, I must say. It almost looks like it's been shaped like a wave there. It's incredible. Like, all these stones have been pushed into a row as well. Like, who knows, folks? It's incredible. Sometimes I ponder the history somewhere, and sometimes you just never know. You'll never know like what it's been. But there you go, folks. I can see another rainstorm here starting to lead its way in the end of the glen. I'm going to scale my way down this sheer face here. Look at this, it's just pure rock. One thing to be careful for on like these hilltops in the summer and like most of the year, you have to watch out for wasp bites down in the ground. Because I have had experience with that before on an adventure when I was little and got stung by a full like swarm of wasps. Crazy times. If you're away up here in a place like this, you would hate like jump in the waterfall. Whoa, this has been a crazy bit, folks. This is what it's like adventuring in Scotland though. It's like, it's better having no map. Just explore the land. That's when you see the cool things. And look at this. We're blessed with the landscape, folks. Anyway, that's been a cool adventure. I'll end this one here, folks. The waterfall adventure. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one very soon.